Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be walking you through how to use the World Time mode on your CASIO Pro Trek Module 5673 watch. It's pretty similar to other Casio watches. There's a lot to tackle in this. I'm going to try and keep it as basic as possible. On this watch you've got a little sub-dial up here in the top left corner that points to whatever mode you are in. Straight up is your current time mode, so that's my current mode. We're going to be pressing the bottom left button 7 times, and that will get us to our World Time mode. The World Time mode is over here. It's indicated as WT. It's the second to the last mode on the watch. So I'm simply going to press the bottom left button. Each time I press it, it takes me to a different mode. The 7th press will get you to your WT. Now when it first goes here, you'll notice where my second hand is pointing. Looks like it's pointing right at 12 o'clock. It's actually pointing to show you what your World Time value is. You'll notice on your bezel here, you've got some different city codes. That's what the second hand was showing me, was that my city code for my World Time value was set to the UTC value. If I missed that, or if I didn't see it, I can always press the top left button while I'm in World Time mode, and it will take you back to the same place to show you what's the World Time value that you've currently got set. So if you want to change your World Time city, so mine, for example, is on UTC. How would we do that? First, let's talk about what we're looking at here. On the bottom middle here, your digital value is always going to be your current time value. You'll notice that because it says HT to the side. That stands for your home time. So for me, that's 3:43 p.m. Your analog value is going to be your World Time value. If you want to change it, you're simply going to unscrew the crown while you're in World Time mode. Once it's unscrewed, we're going to simply pop it out. Just like other things on this watch, that will take you into your settings mode, and then it will take you, the second hand is going to show you what your current city is set to. I can turn the crown either forward or back, and you'll notice that it's changing to a different world city code. You'll also notice that as I'm changing it, it shows me the time for that given world city. The one thing I wish it would show you is what's the actual world city code. Like right now, I'm on DEL. I'm not sure what that is. In my case, I'm trying to get to Sydney, which is down here. So I've got my city code set correctly. I'm simply going to press the bottom left button when I've got it set. The next value is my DST value. This is my daylight savings time or summertime value for my world city code. Do I want it off or on? I can simply turn the crown to adjust it, and you'll notice that when I adjust it, it's moving the hour hand either forward or back. If I need to go change anything again, I could press the bottom left button, but in this case, I'm done. I've set my city code and I've set my daylight savings time value. I'm simply going to press the crown in. That saves my changes, kicks me out. We've successfully adjusted our code. I'm gonna go ahead and press the crown in, and I'm gonna turn it. The one thing you always wanna make sure you do is you screw in that crown, because that's what keeps moisture out of your watch. So the next thing you might be wondering is my world city time in AM or PM? I told you before that you can look down here and see what your current city is, 3:45 p.m. My world city time is what, 7:45, but is that AM or PM? While we're in the world city location, all we're going to do is we're going to press the bottom right button, and you'll notice that it's pointing to one of two different values. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's hard to see this. Hopefully you can see, but you've either got an A or a P for AM or PM. When you press this bottom right button, it will point to one of those two to let you know whether or not your world city is in AM or PM. The only other thing you can do is, let's say you're traveling overseas. In my case, let's say I'm going to Sydney and I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. I don't want to have to keep going to the world time mode to see my current time and my time in Sydney. I want to make my digital time my home time. Basically, I want to make Sydney my home city for a while and make Chicago be my world time. While you're in the the world time mode, you can press and hold the top left button for 3 seconds and it will swap. So now what we're seeing is that my world time value should be Chicago. How do I check that? I can press the top left button one time and it's pointing to Chicago because now my home city is my world city. My digital value is now my world city, which was Sydney, and that has become my home city. So I hope that didn't confuse you too much. Basically, now I'm in Sydney. I'm there for a couple of weeks. When I come back home to Chicago, all I'm going to do is press and hold the top left button to change them back. And now my world city is back to Sydney. My home city is back to Chicago because I'm back home. Last thing you need to do when you're done is you need to get out of your world city mode. You can do that in this case by simply pressing the bottom left button 2 times, or you can always press and hold the bottom left button to get you back to your main timekeeping mode. You really don't have to do that when you're in World City because you've only got 2 presses of the mode button to get you back to your main timekeeping mode. I hope that makes sense. World time is one of the more complicated things I have to show on this watch, but hopefully you got something out of the video. If it helped, thumbs up are always appreciated. Thanks for watching.